Times are changing and we have to change with them, or we get left behind. We get left on the shelf. And nobody wants to come into the shop and buy us, do they? So what do we do? Well, I thought about this. What can I do now I've got this email? Where do I go with this? I accept everything that comes my way. I read it, I listen to it, and then I let it digest within my brain. My inner self, you might call it, which directly connected to the higher self. If I feel in tune with it, then I recognize it and welcome it. If I don't feel in tune with it, I let it go. I don't give it a hard time, because everybody's point of view is something different than my point of view, and no doubt the same point of view as yours. So where do we go with this, beloveds? How do we do it? How do we listen to what is right for us? Quite simple, actually. We tune into our higher self. We tune into our higher self first and foremost, and then to our guides and inspirers. Wherever your guides and inspirers are. Some of you may have masters, some of you may have grandmasters. Some of you might have a loving, caring guide. It makes no difference where they are on the spiritual ladder. Not at all. It is the information they bring to you at that time for the purpose of your soul and your journey upon this Mother Earth, on the crystalline grid. Every thought pattern, every idea that you have goes into the grid, beloveds. Every word that you say about yourself and other people goes into that grid and can be activated as healing, or can be given to be somebody as despair and makes them worse. So how would you want to use your thoughts if you knew they were being activated like this and used? Then hopefully you would choose what you think about and how you thought about it and the quality of your thoughts. There wouldn't be any throwaway words. One would have quite good consideration about what one says about themselves and other people. So this is all about the new human being coming into play. This is you that we are talking about. You are listening to this, are this new human being. When you think it's time to go home, then you will, and then put on your golden robe of light and walk upon your spiritual light waves, looking at the life that you lived and the consequences that you left behind and the thought patterns that you left involved in the matrix that other people will have to either work on to get rid of what you may call the negative thoughts. And then there'll probably be an inkling within you, I must return to Mother Earth to put those thought patterns right. And this is good. But when the time is right, you'll be given this opportunity to right what you may call the wrong. But beloveds, there's no wrong or right as we see it at this present time. We who look upon your earth at this time from a higher advantage point than most people upon your earth. We see the lights, we see the shades, we see the darkness. We also see the light carriers carrying the light into different corners of your world. We see the birds and the fishes giving up their life in purpose of mankind's movement forward into the light. Do not pay much attention to this, just remember who you are. Why you are here on this planet, living, working, loving, caring for yourself and other people. You are the jigsaw. Yes, beloveds, you are that jigsaw, and everybody is connected to you, whether you believe it or not. He, our partner, is connected now in England. He's connected to people in South Africa, New Zealand, America, Timbuktu, by a wave form, by a thought form, by a love vibration, because he's standing and sitting on the crystalline grid. So this is what it's all about, beloveds. You are not, never ever will be separate. Never be on your own. Even though your puny little mind says sometimes, you're on your own, what must one do? And when it does that, beloveds, what does one do? You realize, you smile, you look at yourself in the mirror, and you recognize the God, the goddess within you. This is all we ask. To recognize that flame, or in some cases, that flame. To recognize that flame that fans so gently within your heart centre. Yes, sometimes that fan has got to erupt into a torch so other people can see your passion, your love, your understanding, and your knowledge of who you are. So this is our message to you, beloveds, from the full moon last night. You are each other's brothers and sisters. You are each other's crutch. If somebody cannot walk, help them to walk. Be the crutch for them. If they want to lean on you for a short time, let them lean on you for a short time. You will know when it's time to give them a proper hand so they can steady themselves and walk steady on their own. It's the same thing as the lighthouse. We'll leave it there for a while, for we are the Council of 12, already in tune with our partner.